Hello, my dear parents and the sweet little ones. Welcome to the epic series Ramayana, an inspiring life story of Lord Rama and Sita. Today I'll be discussing about the Ayodhya Kanda. So far in the Balakanda, we have seen the birth of Lord Rama, how he lived in his childhood, how he completed his education, how he killed the first demons in his life, and how he got married to Sita. After the marriage of Lord Rama and Sita, they returned to Ayodhya. From there, the Ayodhya Kanda starts, and let's see what's going to happen in Ayodhya Kanda. How Rama and Sita lived in Ayodhya. Did Rama become the king? And why he was sent to the forest for 14 years? And how Lord Rama and Sita lived. This is all going to be discussed in Ayodhya Kanda. When Lord Rama was born, and when he got married to Sita, the king of Ayodhya is Dasharatha, the father of Lord Rama. After being the king for so many long years, King Dasharatha felt, I want to retire. Then, so he went to different sages, talked to the ministers in his court. You know, right? Dasharatha always discusses with sages or munis before doing anything. If he's going to retire as a king, who is going to be the king? This is what he discussed with everybody, and finally he came to a conclusion that Lord Rama is the right person to be the next king. After taking that decision, he declared the coronation of Rama. That means Rama is going to be made the king one day. That celebration day is declared. Everybody in the kingdom listened to the news. Wow, what a news, what a news. Yes or no? Everybody were very happy. Rama got married to Sita. Now he's a big boy, big man. So he's the right person because everybody in the kingdom loved Rama. Such a nice person is Lord Rama. So everybody in the kingdom, all the people were like happy in a festive mood. Everywhere celebrations, crackers, all the streets were decorated in colors and happiness. But in the whole kingdom, one old lady was not happy. Who is she? She had a hunchback. You can see her in the picture. A hunch on her back. That means she cannot walk upright straight. She has to bend and walk. She's an old lady and she is a maid servant. She's the servant in the king's court. That hunchbacked old lady servant, her name is Manthara. She was not happy that Lord Rama is going to be the next king. Why is she not happy? Let's see. Manthara is the maid servant of Queen Kaikeyi. Who is Kaikeyi? The third queen of King Dasharatha is Queen Kaikeyi. Her son is Bharata. Okay, Prince Bharata is the son of Queen Kaikeyi. Now, why Manthara is not happy on Lord Rama becoming the king? Because in the childhood of Rama, Rama was playing pranks on her. Unknowingly, in the childhood, small little Rama was making fun of Manthara. That time, Manthara felt bad. But now Lord Rama is grown up, he completed his education, he became a very nice, decent man. But still, Manthara is not happy with Rama. So now she decided to take a revenge. All that childhood unknown activities of Rama need to be paid off now. So that's what Manthara wants. She thought what to do, how to make Lord Rama sad. What did she do? She knows Queen Kaikeyi. Every day she talks to her because she's a servant. She decided to talk to Kaikeyi and spoil her mind. So she went to Queen Kaikeyi and said only 2 small sentences. What was that? Instead of Lord Rama, can the Prince Bharata be the king? This is what Manthara whispered into Kaikeyi's mind. Queen Kaikeyi, she felt like, why not my son? Because Prince Bharata is the son of Queen Kaikeyi. So why not my son? Why Lord Rama? That small selfishness of Queen Kaikeyi spoiled everything. So she felt, yes, Bharata should be the king, not Lord Rama. But what will happen to Lord Rama? Because he is the younger one among the 4 brothers. Who is the eldest one? Lord Rama. But Bharata is the younger one. So they felt, Manthara and Queen Kaikeyi felt, Lord Rama needs to be sent away from Ayodhya. These are the 2 things that Manthara created into Queen Kaikeyi's mind. One thing was, Prince Bharata needs to be the king. Number 2, Lord Rama should be away from Ayodhya. But will King Dashratha accept this? Because King Dashratha already made up his mind that Lord Rama is the right person. Yes or no? But there was 2 boons that King Dashratha gave to Kaikeyi. Long ago, a few years ago, King Dashratha was in a war fighting with another kingdom. You know the war, right? It's the war between 2 kingdoms, lot many army fighting each other. During that time, Queen Kaikeyi helped King Dashratha. Long ago. That time, King Dashratha gave 2 boons, that means 2 promises that he will give Kaikeyi whatever she asks for. That time, Queen Kaikeyi did not take anything. Now what happened? She had those 2 promises or boons in her hand to ask for. She got an idea that these 2 wishes of Manthara can be taken from Dashratha only through the boons. So, Queen Kaikeyi decided to ask the 2 promises from Dashratha that Prince Bharata is going to be the king and Lord Rama needs to be sent away from Ayodhya so that Bharata can happily rule the kingdom. So what did she do? She immediately decided to talk to Dashratha. So Dashratha got the word and King Dashratha came to the chamber of Queen Kaikeyi. What happened? He saw all so disturbed. She threw all her jewels, all her clothes, all the beautiful things on the floor. That means she's showing the anger or dissatisfaction. She's not happy with Lord Rama's coronation. Dashratha was so confused. What is happening here? Kaikeyi immediately put her 2 requests in front of Dashratha. Listening to that, the next moment, Dashratha is an old man. That is why he wanted to retire from the king's post, yes or no? So he was an old man, he could not listen to this dirty things, and he just collapsed, he just fell down crying. He requested Kaikeyi not to do this bad thing to Lord Rama. How will Lord Rama live if he is sent away? This was the question in King Dashratha's mind. He was so sad. Why Kaikeyi becomes so like this? Why is she so angry on Lord Rama? He requested her, but Kaikeyi did not listen to anything. Her mind is full of Prince Bharata sitting on the throne. That means Prince Bharata becoming the king. This is what her mind is full of. That needs to be done, and she's become so stubborn. Stubborn means so rigid. She doesn't want to change her mind. Dashratha could do nothing. He has to give the promises. He cried and finally sent a word to Rama. He called Rama to tell everything. Rama came to Dashratha. Dashratha told everything that Kaikeyi has told him, and that he has to keep up the 2 promises. But Lord Rama, with no anger and no disturbance, or he's not even unhappy, he's just like that. And what did he do? He said, "Okay, father." And then he decided to leave the kingdom and live in a forest for 14 years. This was the demand of Queen Kaikeyi. 14 years Lord Rama should be away from Ayodhya. Ayodhya is the capital city of Dashratha's kingdom. That means Lord Rama should not live in the whole kingdom. Kingdom is a very big place. That means it's a country, kind of a country. That means Lord Rama should go far, far away. So he has decided to live in a forest for 14 years. That is a very, very sad part. Yes or no, kids? In that sad part, Sita and Lakshmana both came to Rama and told, "We both also want to live with you, so we are also coming together." Why? Are they mad? No. They love Lord Rama so very much that they don't want to leave Lord Rama. Because Sita is the wife of Lord Rama, she doesn't want to leave Rama, and Lakshmana, the elder brother, the younger one, elder among the other brothers, also loves Rama so much that he don't want to leave him. They are ready to leave the kingdom, but they don't want to leave Rama. So they requested Rama to take them along with him. Rama agreed, seeing their love and affection. All 3 of them left the kingdom wearing normal clothes. You know, kids, how the kings wear so nice clothes and all ornaments, jewels, everything, right? He left everything. He just took his armor, archery kit, that is the bow and the arrows. Because he's going into a forest, he should be safe, right? So he took his archery kit, and all 3 of them started moving away from the kingdom. How did they go? Sumantra, the chief minister of Dashratha, he's one of the minister, he took them in a chariot. You can see in the picture Sumantra bowing to Lord Rama. He took them in a chariot and took them long days. They traveled because it's a very big kingdom. They traveled away from Ayodhya, traveled, and finally at the end of the kingdom, on the banks of the river Ganga, he just left them. Seeing all this, the citizens of Ayodhya were very, very sad. They cried. There are no bounds for their grief. That means they were like very, very sad. Because everybody in the kingdom loves Lord Rama. Lord Rama is not going to be seen for next 14 years. Just imagine how it will be. So they were so very sad. He's not stopping. He's going away. Dashratha is not stopping him. Nobody is stopping him. He just left the kingdom. Everybody are dull. They were happy that he's going to be the king and Sita and Rama are going to live in Ayodhya, but nothing happened. He just went away into the forest. Near the banks of river Ganga, they just dropped the chariot. And there, on the bank of the river, Lord Rama met with Guha. Who is Guha? Guha is a boatman who rows the boat on the river Ganga. So Guha invited them to take their boat. Lord Rama asked Guha to leave them other side of the river just so that they can cross the river and go far away from Ayodhya. On the other side of the river, what is there? It's a big forest. So he asked Guha to take them to the other side of the river. They crossed the river and then they are going into the forest. Upon reaching the other side of the river, Rama, Sita and Lakshmana walked into the forest. There they met the sage Bharadwaja and got suggested to live in Chitrakuta. It's a small kind of forest. Chitrakuta is a place where Lakshmana built a nice small cottage, kind of a hut, for all three of them to live together. This was the place suggested by the sage Bharadwaja. So finally, Lord Rama, Sita and Lakshmana started their life in the small cottage in Chitrakuta forest. In the meanwhile, after few days traveling back, the chief minister Sumantra, who dropped Lord Rama and Sita at the banks of the river, returned back to Ayodhya. After he returned back, he met King Dashratha and told how Lord Rama, Sita and Lakshmana took the boat to cross the river and walked into the forest. What has happened? After Sumantra left them on the banks, that he explained everything to whom? To the King Dashratha. Dashratha was very, very sad sitting there because his favorite son, the eldest son, left Ayodhya on the request of Queen Kaikeyi. The king was very, very sad. The king felt the next king has left the kingdom. On hearing the news how they walked into the forest, Dashratha could not take it. He felt very sad. With the sorrow, he died. Because he loved Rama so very much, because Rama left him, his father died out of grief and fear. Next, this message that his father has passed away has reached Bharata and Satrughna. The two brothers were living away from Ayodhya since many years at his uncle's place. That means Queen Kaikeyi's kids, Prince Bharata and Satrughna, were living at their uncle's place. They were not in Ayodhya when Lord Rama and Sita went to the forest. They got the news that their father has expired or died. Immediately they came back to Ayodhya and learnt everything. What has happened? How Lord Rama and Sita went to Ayodhya? Why did they go? How Queen Kaikeyi asked the wishes to King Dashratha and how King Dashratha felt and died. All this they came to know now. After Lord Rama and Sita left the place, Bharata came to know about the situation. He felt very angry and sad. First thing, he first did all the rituals to his father. Because he passed away, there are some things that he needs to do as a son to his father. He did all the rituals and promised himself, vowed that he will bring back Rama to Ayodhya, because he did not like the way Rama and Sita left Ayodhya. They are his own elder brother, right? How can they go away from home? He did not like that situation, so he promised himself that he is going to, in any way, he is going to bring back Rama to Ayodhya. That's what he felt in his mind. Immediately after the ritual and ceremony is done about his father, he took some of the citizens and some of the army along with him and went in search of the couple, the Rama and Sita, along with Lakshmana. He went along to the banks of the river. There he met Guha, the boatman. He asked him what happened, where did they go, and finally he tracked Rama in Chitrakuta, where they built a small cottage and they are living there. Yes or no? They are living there. So Bharata met Rama finally. After all the search, he met Rama and told him about the death of their father. It's a very, very, very bad news, right? That bad news was reached to Rama through Bharata. Rama felt very bad and he did all the performances and the pujas that are needed for his father at the river bank of Mandakini. On his behalf, already Bharata has did it in Ayodhya, but after listening to the news, Lord Rama, being the eldest son, he also did his part for his father. Bharata begged Rama to come back. The youngest brother was requesting Lord Rama again and again to come back home and to take the place of the king, because his father is no more. There's no king for Ayodhya right now. So he requested Rama to be the king instead of he himself, because he did not like to be the king as his elder brother is suffering. Yes or no? Because Lord Rama is in the forest. He did not like that. So he asked the elder brother to come back home and take the place of the king. Did Rama agree? No, because they are the promises of their father, not Rama's promise. It is the promise of his father. So how can Rama break them? Rama cannot break the promises of his father. So he told Bharata to go back to Ayodhya, be the king and happily rule the kingdom until then. For the 14 years he will stay in the forest away from the kingdom. Bharata was very sad. He waited for Rama to change his mind, but nothing happened. So what did Bharata do? He has to go back and rule the kingdom. Bharata decided to carry the sandals on his head, the sandals of Rama. That means the shoes or the footwear of Rama on his head. You can see him in the picture. That means Prince Bharata loves his elder brother so much. He respects his elder brother so much that he took the footwear and put it on his head, took it all the way, traveled so many days back to Ayodhya and placed the footwear in the king's throne. That means on the seat of where the king actually sits, in the king's place. He put the footwear. That means he is going to feel that Rama is the king and he is just an assistant to Rama. Like that only, all the time he was ruling the kingdom as an assistant to Rama, but not completely as the king himself. That respect he has for his elder brother. See kids, Bharata is the younger one. He loves his brother so very much that even though he is not in the kingdom, he feels his sandals himself is Rama and sitting on the throne. But he was living in a small hut like his brother, away from Ayodhya, at the border of the Ayodhya. He is not living a king's life, a luxury life, a happy life. No, he is living in a small hut like his elder brother, who is living in the cottage in the forest far away. Like that only, Prince Bharata was living in a hut and just doing his responsibility to be the assistant to the king Lord Rama. As Bharata was ruling the kingdom as the assistant to Lord Rama, Rama and Sita in the forest started their life, but they were enjoying living together, their time in the nature with the forest. During that time, one day a crow pecked Sita. Rama saw that and was very angry. Seeing the crow, he understood it was Jayanta, the son of Indra. Who is Indra? Indra is the king of the heavens. Indra's son was Jayanta, who pecked Sita just for fun. Rama got very angry. What is this? He just picked a grass of blade and threw it on Jayanta. Out of pain, Jayanta started crying. Oh, sorry, Lord, please beg me pardon. I am really sorry. Lord Rama and Sita, I am really sorry. This is how he begged them to leave him alone. But Lord Rama, he is a very nice man. After a while, he just left him. He just hurt him but did not kill him. Okay? And then, a few days later, Rama and Sita moved to Atri Muni's hermitage. He went to Atri Muni, sage Atri Muni, so that he can have some suggestions with him how to live in the forest. There, Sita met Anasuya. They were together, very warm, welcoming. Lord Rama and Sita, they spent some time with great affection together. This is how they started their life in the forest. This is going to be the end of Ayodhya Kanda, where Lord Rama and Sita along with Lakshmana left Ayodhya to live in the forest for 14 years, and Bharata started to rule the kingdom after their beloved father's death. Here ends Ayodhya Kanda, and I am going to bring the next Kanda in my next video, which is Aranya Kanda. In the Aranya Kanda, we are going to discuss how Lord Rama killed so many demons, how Sita saw a golden deer in the forest and how the great demon Ravana took Sita away from Lord Rama. This is going to be the story that has happened in the forest. So the Kanda's name is Aranya Kanda. Okay kids, I'm going to bring the next Kanda in my next video. Until then, be happy, stay safe, and talk soon.